Thank you to Squarespace for sending us to CES 2016 this year. Check out their link in the description down below, which is squarespace.com/Linus, and use offer code Linus for 10% off.
So we're here in the Razer suite where they have almost made the dreams that started 3 years ago for me with the Magma 3T external PCI Express Thunderbolt enclosure come true. And there's a couple of different pieces to this story. So first up is the Razer Blade Stealth. This is a 12.5-inch Ultrabook, and yes, I actually mean Ultrabook in the certified sense of the word, because they did not go and put a dedicated graphics card in here. More on that later. So it's super thin, it's super light, the screen is gorgeous, all that stuff that you'd expect from an Ultrabook, and it does have Intel onboard graphics. To go along with the onboard graphics, it's got a Core i500U, 8 gigs of RAM, and then the storage configuration is variable, depending on whether you buy an entry-level SKU at $999 or go all the way up to the $1,600 model to get 512 gigs of PCI Express-based storage. The entry-level one is $128. You also get screen upgrades as you move up the pricing structure, so you go from Quad HD all the way up to 4K on the top 2 tiers of products. Now, in terms of the physicality of the device, at $999, you'd expect it to be built pretty well, and honestly, I think Razer has done a pretty good job of this in the past, and they continue to do a good job here. The aluminum construction is immaculate. Like I just said before, the screen looks fantastic, and I even think they did a great job of the I/O. They've got a USB 3.1 Type-C connector that also handles Thunderbolt 3. Again, more on that later. They've got 2 USB 3 ports, as well as an HDMI port and a dedicated 3.5mm audio jack. That's going to handle both your headphones and your microphone. But that's really not the focal point for me, even though Razer isn't even talking about pricing of this guy, and they really want the star of the show to be the Ultrabook. Yes, the Ultrabook is very cool, but what you can do with the Ultrabook when you get back to your desk is what really makes my nerd juices flow. This is the Razer Core, and is the answer to what I would have wanted that Magma 3T thing to be. So it uses a single Thunderbolt 3 connection to get a PCI Express 16X, it reports in GPU-Z, but it's running at PCIe 3.0 4X graphics card connected to the system. So you can have a full discrete graphics card experience with this system and do it with just a single connector. Obviously, you have to plug this puppy into the wall to power it as well. And the best thing about it is that it's actually simple to upgrade as well. It's only a couple of screws. In fact, you can open up the internals toollessly, and boom, you can pop in pretty much any dual slot graphics card as long as it's a fairly standard height. Pretty freaking cool. And the quality of the unit feels amazing, and actually, from what I know about the enhanced 500 watt power supply that they've gotten there, should be as amazing as it feels. I'm really excited for what the future holds here. Unfortunately, Razer won't confirm for me whether we can get a compatible notebook in the future from them that has a quad-core CPU in it, but I have to hope that the Blade 14 and the larger blades will also get upgraded to use this thing, because this is a pretty awesome way to upgrade a laptop as you go. So thanks for watching this video here in the Razer suite. Don't miss any of our CES 2016 content by getting subscribed, and a huge thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring us to be here. Remember, guys, if you want to build a beautiful website, head over to squarespace.com/Linus, use offer code Linus, and you will be well on your way, and you'll save 10%.